Right. Excellent. So let's talk about this. How can you use your book to attract high quality leads and clients?
Yeah, lots of different ways. Some of my favorites. Using a book as a lead magnet. How many times have you seen anything that you advertise? Rather than advertising your service, you should advertise a solution, which is typically knowledge. So you're not, and you're, by the way, your program or whatever it is that you sell or offer or service that you offer, it becomes part of the solution, but you're offering the knowledge and the education. Because I have a saying, I always say people don't look for advertising, they look for answers. So I say you use your book as answers to people's problems and always offer that. So lead with that and build your list of prospects that way. Much more attractive.
Yeah, I get those. I don't know if you get them in Illinois, but we get those home remodel magazines, that's full of vendors selling remodeling. And every single one of them is discounting services. Every single one of them. It's like it's as if they have nothing else to offer, right?
It's like a go-to. It's a race to the bottom.
So I'm like, why don't you offer a book that says 7 things you need to know before you hire a window remodeler or before you remodel your kitchen or whatever? And so I keep them stacked. I can't find I moved them so they wouldn't be on camera, but they're somewhere in the house. But I stacked them, and I swear to God, they all say the same thing. A book that answers the questions like, what do we really need to know before we hire a remodeler or before we remodel our kitchen or before we redo our landscape or anything, would instantly stand out, number one, as an ad that does not look like every other ad in that catalog. But it would be helpful. It would be answering questions like, hey, if you've never done this before, here's what you need to know, right? Or something to that effect. And I keep them for potential clients, right? So people that I can go out to, at least they're advertising, right? But there's so many of them that advertise that way. And if you just answered the questions or answer the question that's most occurring in the prospect's mind, right? That's who said that? I forget.
Robert Collier.
Robert Collier, thank you. Just brain fart right there. If you enter the conversation currently occurring in the prospect's mind, you win, you grab if you can do it right off the bat, right?
I have a buddy of mine that wants to escape his Dilbert cube or his full-time job, which is he's an installer for high-end home theater, AV sound equipment, even for facilities like churches and that. And I told him, hey, here's your easy 1, 2, 3 plan. You go to home shows. We're going to help you author a book called Home Theater Secrets or something like that, you see? And now instead of you being in competition with ABC install and ZYX install, you're just going to say, get your free book, Home Theater Secrets, and I'll sign it. It's literally all you need to do in exchange for that list. That now you've built yourself a list or a community, which I'd prefer to call it. Right. And you just keep in touch with that community and say, hey, would you like my help? Did you get to read the book? You have any questions about the book? Like, it's the nucleus. It drives your business. And that's like the only thing you really need to do if you really want the biggest impact today and you don't have a book. How about that?
Right. Good stuff. Let's move on to our next topic.